hit the subscribe button if you want to receive more notifications of uploads. Also, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and leave a comment. I love to hear from you. You're on the Shirley Ryder Show and you're with Shirley Ryder, and today we are talking with the amazing Tim Davies. Welcome to the show, Tim.
Afternoon, Shirley. How are you? I don't know about amazing, but we'll go with that.
Tim just sang me a song before, which is going to be right here on the show later, and it was absolutely amazing.
Thank you, Shirley.
Thank you. Yeah. And of course, Tim, you're a singer.
Yep.
Just so everybody knows. And
yes.
We're in Wanganui right now.
We are indeed.
Yeah, you're also a real estate agent.
I am. Property brokers, if you're looking for a house to sell.
Yeah, beautiful city award to Wanganui, of course.
Yeah, no, awesome.
Yeah, and actually, while we're on that topic, just so I can not forget.
Yes.
What's your favourite part of Wanganui?
My favourite part of Wanganui? Well, I guess it'd have to be the Wanganui River. Yeah, it's beautiful, and I love going out to Mawhanau Beach as well. Kaiiwi Beach, as a lot of locals know it, and it's beautiful out there, really relaxing, and we've got a very special beach out there. Actually, it's lovely. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Great. And there's a seal that actually stays on the surf.
Yeah.
Surf guard.
Yeah.
Which I copped a picture of last time.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah. And of course, also the Stella Bar.
Yes, used to be the owner of Stella. That was going back from 2008 to 2012. I owned that for 4 years, and what an amazing journey that was.
Yes.
Took a sleepy little bar and turned it into a raging club, live gigs, live bands, and also we opened up a nightclub there on Saturday night because there was nothing back then for the younger ones to go and have some fun and put a light show in there, and had some great staff, wonderful security, and really great restaurant too. The food was fantastic.
I went there just
great chefs. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And beautifully. It's aesthetically really pleasing to the eye as well. It looks great. So anyway, starting at the beginning.
Yeah.
You were born in Wales, is that right?
Yes, I'm a Welsh boy, and
we won't hold that against you.
No one ever does. And so it's great that when the All Blacks play Wales, I'll be able to cheer for both teams. So it was where I was born, brought to New Zealand when I was tender age of 11 years old.
Right.
And not long after that, we met, didn't we?
We did, and that was at Wanganui High School.
Yes.
In the same class.
Yes, same class.
Yeah, so that's my class. It was many years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. And then of course since Wanganui High School, because you said that you actually got into music there, is that right?
Yeah, started doing shows at school. It was a great way to get out of class. I was never really an academic kind of person.
I didn't think of that.
And and then started getting this rouse of applause and people thinking I was reasonably good at something. So I sort of followed that path, really.
Yeah. And so what was your next step when you left school in terms of your music?
Yeah, look, just got involved with amateur dramatics, Amdram, and I did some big shows with Rob Guest, the late great Rob Guest, bless his soul. So Joseph and Half a Sixpence and those sort of big shows that were done back in the early 80s. Great to be part of that. Yeah.
I actually saw that Joseph show, I was there.
Yeah, well, I was a tender age of about 14 years old in the chorus and a bit awestruck of what was happening, but really thought one day I'd like to be where he was.
Yeah.
And years later I did.
Yeah, that's great. So of course after Amdram, what came next?
So got into my first band at 21. That was called Side Effects. With I can't remember the names, of course, not leaving me out. And
just to clarify, because we did have a show the other week. It was about Gavin, who is from Side Effects in Tauranga, and this isn't the same band.
No, two. There was a bit of confusion over the years. Actually, there's Side Effects Tauranga and Side Effects Wanganui. Very different bands, no one the same. Yeah. So there was Nerily Malcolm now, as she is, Gary George, Stu McCarty, and Lance Sandland on drums, and great friends all these years, and they're still doing it in different formats and different bands, and we had some quite good success with that band. Won Battle of the Bands on telethon.
That's pretty cool.
And we're still waiting for our trophy they promised us. That was back in 1980 something.
Yeah, we were just saying before I should have brought one along. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so still waiting for that one. Don't think we'll ever get it though, surely.
No, and never mind. I'm sure that you know in yourselves that you've done well.
We won.
Well, yeah, that's all that's really, isn't it? So okay, moving on from Side Effects, what came next?
So I played with some bands, just rehearsal levels, and did bits and pieces, and got involved in working in radio. Then I went overseas, worked for a radio network over there. And
what was that one, and what did they do?
So the radio network was GWR, which was a radio network with about 40 stations throughout the UK.
Wow.
And I was a copywriter,
Right.
and I also recorded an EP over there.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a remake of a song called Babe by a band called Styx, and I sort of changed that, and changed it up, and brought it kicking and screaming into the 2000s.
Yeah.
And some of the team at the radio station got to hear about what I was doing and listened to the recording and thought it was good enough, and then they asked me to perform it at this big outdoor event that they had coming up. Didn't tell me that there was going to be 5,000 people there until I got there, and so I'd pre-recorded some tracks and sang for an hour in front of 5,000 people, which blew me away.
That would be pretty freaky.
It was pretty freaky, so I didn't get much sleep that night, Shirley, I tell you.
No. Oh, that was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Exciting. Terrifying fun, but good. Yeah.
Terrifying at the time, but then afterwards you're on an adrenaline. Pure adrenaline. Yeah. Okay, so what happened next then, musically?
So not long after 9/11, I decided where do I want to be in the world, and it was certainly back home in New Zealand, and back home in Wanganui, where my friends and because all my family lives in the UK still. They immigrated back there in 1989. Right. So I came back here and started working again, and bought the pub and working in real estate. Yeah, that sort of time. And then got involved with the Loverige Brothers and Nigel Bateman. Yeah. And we formed a band called The Lick. I see through you like I never really knew you. You're not smiling anymore. Your game is over. I wound up getting sober. I'm not playing anymore. Can't believe it was so damn easy to discover that you could go on out and find a brand new lover. I just don't know how you got it in your head. Then I'll be home alone and waiting in your bed. Now I see through you like I never really knew you. You're not smiling anymore. Your game is over. I wound up getting sober. I'm not playing anymore. I say through you. I say through you. Yes I did now. I say through you. I say through you. Now it seems I've even forgotten your number. 'Cause after all of the pain I've even started to recover. Although I still can't get it through my screwed up head.
Yeah, the Loverige Brothers, of course, were the Blues Buffet, which I had on People of Paradise, actually.
Yes, I saw that interview, really good. Amazing musicians, lovely guys, and a lot of time for them to still bump into them from time to time. We had a great 5 years together, very successful. Opened for Jimmy Barnes. It was a really great experience. Nice to meet the guy, really good guy, Jimmy. And so we ended that towards after 5 years when I got asked to audition for a show called Les Miserables.
Yes.
Which I had no idea what it was about. I had no idea how big the script was. No idea that the whole thing was a sung performance. But I'd heard the song Bring Him Home. And I really loved it, fell in love with it. And so I rehearsed a little bit and went and auditioned and got the part.
Yeah. Wow.
And then, after I got the part and committed myself, then they handed me this script, and I nearly, I had kittens, I think, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, but that was an amazing experience back in 2009 now, and I'm still asked to perform that song to this day. So, I still do that with my show now, my new show. God on high. Okay, so it's a one-man show. It's a 2-hour show where I saw a gap in the market where, like back in the 50s, you'd get dressed up and go out and see the Rat Pack, and you have some martinis and a dinner and some wine and candlelit table and get crooned to for an hour or so, and that's what I do now. Right. But I mix it up. The second, sort of first half of the show is a lot of Buble stuff, a lot of Rat Pack stuff. Yeah. And then the second part of the show, I do a couple of show tunes, and then I sort of put a bit of 80s pop in there, so people can have a bit of a dance, and they've sat there with their wives and girlfriends and husbands, and not all together, and then they have some wine and candles, and really enjoy themselves, and it's been a very successful show. So got some more of those coming up towards Christmas and the New Year.
Perhaps you could tell us now while we're on the subject.
Yeah, well, it's not confirmed, but we're looking at doing a Christmas dinner and show at the Grand Hotel, maybe one at the Amdram Theatre as well. It's a great venue there, and I'm doing a couple of private ones as well for Christmas do's as well. Nice. So it works quite well.
Yeah, so that's something to look forward to. Yeah, that'll be great for you and for other people.
Yes, well, you'll see the advertising and get your tickets. It usually sells it pretty quickly, so get in, and get your tickets.
And we'll have this up too, so people are watching will know. Yeah, great. Back to the Stella Bar, because that's an interesting one. Yeah. What advice would you give, like, for someone getting into sort of working in that sort of thing? Apart from don't.
I was going to say, don't do it. Look, the reality is most restaurants fall over in 12 months. Right. People owning a restaurant, because they've either got no experience in that industry, or they've just worked behind the bar or whatever it might have been, and don't really realise the implications of. I think in 4 years of running Stella, I don't think I had one day where there wasn't an issue, a problem that had to be solved. It's not as easy. It's very hard to make money from food.
Gosh, because that's interesting, because I wouldn't have realised that.
Yeah, because you think about it, a plate of food that ends up on the customer's table in front of them ready to eat, it's passed through around about 9 hands before it gets to that table. So there's a lot of wages to be paid, the plate itself, the cutlery, the gas to cook it, the electricity to cook it, the pans, the plates themselves. It's very, very, very difficult to make money from food. However, from the alcohol side, you open the bottle and the customer, there it is. It's that one transaction.
So I'm probably not your best type of customer, because I like to go in and I've figured out myself that it's the alcohol that's not costing me money. So I go in and I order a meal, and if I'm buying, I don't buy any alcohol. I have water. Yeah.
Although I've got to say that there was those times that I remember at Stella that I loved the most. Yeah. And that was walking through my restaurant and seeing people having a really nice meal with a nice glass of wine and really enjoying good conversation with friends and family. We had a lot of reunions, family get-togethers, and it was really special to see them, giving them somewhere to go, quality food, great chefs. I can't take the credit for cooking it, because I had some great chefs. And then those big nights when we had live bands with a heaving audience, having somewhere for people to go to see live entertainment, also having somewhere for the bands to play. I put in a tailor-made stage, and then Saturday nights I put in a big light show, smoke and bubbles and things for the young ones to have for those years. We had queues going around the block, when we for those years, and it was really great. So, and we had a fantastic security team. There was never any trouble, and if it was quickly sorted out and removed. Yeah. So the main thing is girls felt very safe to go there.
Yeah, it's a lovely, because I know that you're not owning it now, but no. They're just a couple of nights ago, because it still looks the same. Yeah. And it's beautiful looking bar. Yeah. And also, it's real classy.
Yeah.
I love the look of it, the windows and
Yeah.
the wood and all that, and the, everything looks nice.
Yeah.
And so I went out with, I don't know if do you know not Miles Johnson?
Yes. Yep.
Oh,
Miles.
Miles went out.
Lovely. Yeah. No.
And it was,
From Eads, Miles. From Eads.
yeah, he's
back in Eads.
yeah. So I think he said he was there for 30 years.
Hell of a nice guy. Miles.
He's a lovely guy.
And I think the thing is, was I made a stand on when I owned it was to have a quality premises, a classy, but to keep it classy by you didn't get in with gumboots.
Yeah.
You didn't get in with ripped jeans.
Yeah.
And
but you've got
well,
a ripped jean.
not designer ripped jeans.
Just joking.
But you know what
I know what you
and
mean.
because some people made an effort. Why should it be easy for someone to come in that made no effort at all?
Yeah.
And
I would just like to clarify that Tim's actually made a lot of effort for the funeral. It's great.
I think it's really great you've given me the opportunity to do this, Shirley, because it's you come to a stage in your life and you've done a lot of things, and probably not a lot of people know what you've done.
I tell you the truth, I didn't know.
And so to get it down on record for some, maybe one day, if I'm lucky enough to have, or blessed enough to have grandkids one day, then they can see. Did you do all that, Granddad? Maybe. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. But yeah, I mean, what I would like to say is at the end of this interview was I've had my ups and downs. I've just been remarried again to a beautiful, wonderful lady,
Congratulations.
Sharon. Thank you. She's my rock. But also to say that obviously my life's changed immensely in the last 5 years when I've become a Christian again. And
as it does.
Yeah. And this time it's for good, no mucking around. And the glory goes back to God, because He gave me this voice, and He gave me all that I have now, including my wife, and I'm just so blessed.
Yeah.
So glory to God.
Yeah. And now He's given you an interview.
And He's given me an interview.
Shall we have a listen to another song, guys? What do you reckon?
So I think someone said yes, so one will do.
Yeah. Thank you. I said yes.
Okay.
The summer